As we come on the air here at noon, extreme weather pounds the first coast. High winds gusting up to 73 miles an hour, making for some white-knuckle driving across bridges, knocking debris onto interstates and causing backups in the middle of your morning commutes. Thousands are without power right now in Columbia, Baker, Duval, and beyond. And this storm system, the same one that has been wreaking havoc in the Midwest all week, hitting the first coast pretty hard this morning. And this storm not done with us yet. We got a second round of showers and storms on their way this afternoon. Good morning to you. I'm Katie Jeffries, or rather good afternoon. I'm Katie Jeffries. We are on your side with team coverage of the weather today. So Renata Gregorio is out on the north side of Jacksonville, where high winds have snarled power lines, preventing some people from entering their homes. Rich Donnelly is out towards Columbia County, where a tree has fallen through the roof of a home there. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Robert Speta. He is in the Weather Center tracking what you need to know if we have another wave of storms ready to roll through.
Already, Katie, we're looking at some more showers actually pushing in just towards the east of Lake City. But first, look at these. These are the storms that pushed through earlier. They're now well offshore. Loads of high wind reports and as well as damage, which we're going to get to in a second. But I just want to remind you, this is looking at some of the max wind reports we saw out there this morning. Yeah. It was windy. Don't let anybody say it wasn't all too bad. Metro Park right in downtown, 73-mile-per-hour winds. Lake City get up to 71. Jacksonville downtown, 69. And even over at the airport, 64 miles per hour. Boy, just, 73 is hurricane strength gust. At the very least. Now we're watching this whole cell actually start our second round, pushing just towards the southeast of Lake City over towards Union and Bradford County. In fact, we just looked great hidden here a little bit closer. You can see all that lightning kicking up out of this as it moves towards the south and east. Even got some rain out here towards the Jacksonville area as well and southwestern areas of Duval. This is moving towards the southeast about 40 miles per hour. So I anticipate it to start to get out to places like St. Augustine Beach around 1240, Gainesville at 1220, Green Cove at 1209 as it all kind of drifts towards the south and east. This is nothing like the line we saw this morning. I'm not seeing any bowing. I'm not seeing any severe weather aspects to this this afternoon, but still you could be looking at more lightning and more rainfall out here. And we actually take a look at our hour-by-hour futurecast, kind of showing this move towards the south and east with those scattered showers basically moving south of I-10. Closer to Jacksonville, severe weather threat definitely backing off just because it's also cooler out there with that precipitation kind of cooling down our atmosphere here this morning. There's a look at that forecast throughout the rest of this afternoon. Temperatures be in the 70s, looking out over towards the 80s. So here's the main thing. That main severe weather threat has passed. Few more storms into this afternoon, but things are definitely going to be clearing out by this weekend, Katie.
Thank you, Robert. Now to how these impacts these storms have had on residents across the first coast. Let's bring in Rich Donnelly out here in Lake City. So, Rich, we're hearing that a woman was in her home when that storm went through and a tree went through her roof. What are you seeing?
Yeah, Katie, that's exactly what happened. We're here in front of this home. Actually, we're in her backyard. You can see the tree snapped in right at the base. This is about a 5-diameter wide tree, about 10 feet in circumference, went completely through the home, sawed it in half. This went through the kitchen and the living room and her bedroom. She was working on this side of the home when she heard it smash through the ceiling. Very scary moment for her. She fortunately uninjured, but very shaken by this. Again, she said that she had to climb out of a window after she saw the tree slam through the ceiling of her home. On the other side of the house, her car is crushed by the roof and the other side of the tree. Very scary situation. We do want to say throughout Columbia County, about 25% of people are still without power at this time. That's about 9,000 residents. That number's actually down from the high of roughly 13,000 without power, and that was reported about 9 o'clock. So again, those 9,000 people came when we checked in at about 11 a.m., but still certainly a very scary situation here on the east side of Lake City, where a tree carved this woman's home in half after it fell early this morning. Reporting live in Lake City, Rich Donnelly, First Coast News, on your side.
What a sight. Thank you, Rich. So this morning, as rush hour traffic was crossing the Dames Point Bridge, a truck was rolled onto its side, blocking 2 lanes of the 3 lanes there of the Dames Point Bridge, really snarling your morning commute. Now, our meteorologists say the winds in the area gusted up to 70 miles per hour around that same time. Now, one of our First Coast News weather watchers, Ashley Thomas, sent us these pictures from the scene saying, quote, "The bridge really should be shut down with those wind gusts," end quote. So the people in charge of making those decisions all just happened to be gathered this morning for the first annual Jack's Ready Fest. And we asked why city officials did not make the call to shut down bridges.
From the sheriff's office, the protocol, and if I can speak, it's usually 40 miles per hour sustained for 60 seconds on the bridges. But obviously, if you have gusts up to 70 miles per hour, you have that latitude to shut down bridges. It's all about public safety. Each bridge that we have in Duval County, we have a traffic plan that we know how many officers it takes to shut down a bridge. So those plans are tested every year. In Duval County, we have over 70 plans. So we reevaluate those plans every year.
Meanwhile, those extreme winds knocked out power to thousands in North Florida, including those on Jacksonville's north side. And that's where we find Renata DiGregorio. So Renata, what are you seeing? How are people holding up there?
Yeah, Katie, this, where we are right now, is the biggest disruption from storms that we have found so far. Where we are is over on Highland Avenue and Trout River Boulevard, right off Trout River Boulevard. And you can see over here the pole that this transformer is on is split in two, and we've got some power lines just right over the road. In the last 30 minutes, JFRD firefighters came and put up this caution tape. There were several people here standing around, and just in the last 2 minutes, JSO officers came and then they were able to leave after doing what they needed to do as well. We spoke with a man who lives back here on First Avenue. His pickup truck is trapped in his driveway by large fallen trees all around it. He showed us pictures of his neighbor's car, which is smashed, has trees on top of it. And another man who works down the street, just right on the corner here of Trout River Boulevard, says he got worried when he started hearing that really strong wind, and his shop is now without power, as are some homes out here as well. Scott McClure is the man whose truck is trapped, and he says he heard the transformers go out.
Bunch of wind come through, and there was a lot of explosions. Heard all the transformers popping around, at least 8 of them, and heard a bunch of crackling, trees falling, and then you could hear all the electricity just running through the tree that the tree took down the lines.
They say they feel lucky, though, because nobody over here was hurt, and no reports of injuries right over in this area. But you do want to be careful as you're driving around, because right over in the North Jacksonville area, right around Lem Turner where we are right now, we did encounter some streets that were blocked by large trees. Renata DiGregorio live in Jacksonville. First Coast News on your side.